We're called Grow Global. If you haven't met us before, we're a bunch of real estate agents and brokers across the country, all different brokerages, all different backgrounds, all different skill levels, but we're all here to learn from each other. And so our saying is that we're going to grow your business, grow your network, and grow your life. What we're looking to do is help you sell more real estate for more money in less time so you can have more free time and go out and enjoy your life. Today, we've got a great one, but I want to show you, first of all, some of our free resources we have. We have a Facebook page. You're definitely going to want to join that. You want to look it up, Grow Global Mastermind Academy. We'll also put the links in the chat where you can go and you can join all these. You'll see those. But whoever invited you here can also use the invite button and invite you. And you can also invite your friends, right? The more we have, the more the merrier, the more we learn. We also have an Instagram page. We do a lot of promotions and things like that as far as if you're doing great. We'll make a nice graphic for you, and it's something you can share on your social media. If you hit some type of milestone at work or something like that, let us know, and we'll share it out for you. We do record these. The great thing about it is we know, look, Mondays can be hectic, right? So we do record them. One thing I would tell you, though, is that being here live is really the best way. That way you can ask questions, but you can also participate, because we just started doing recently is we're starting to take different topics as we talk and chop them up into social media shorts. And those shorts then, especially if you're somebody who's contributing some great tip or something, you'll be able to take that tip and you'll be able to use that on your social media. And you'll be able to use it and position yourself as a local expert. So just an extra piece of content for you to put out there with you speaking on a national mastermind. We do have a web page, and on the web page, all kinds of different stuff across the top. You're going to want to check out each one of those tabs. But the one we're talking about today is the events. And on the events, it tells us what we're going to be talking about on the next Monday Mastermind. So on today, we have an open forum, but we're going to be talking about AI. Now, you may have sat in on some AI seminars or things like that before, but today what we're going to talk about is how you can be visible. How do you show up in ChatGPT? How to get you and your business ranked on AI searches. Now, this is important because everything's going to go AI. We know it. People are just going to say, hey, whatever their AI is named, and they're going to say, book me an appointment next week with the 3 best listing agents in my area. And the AI is going to go out and find them and going to set up the appointments on your calendar. That's how it's going to go. People aren't going to type anything into Google or whatever. They're going to use the AI. So you want to be able to rank when you're on there. Right? So today, this engaging session will explore practical strategies to boost your visibility in AI-powered search engines. We're going to strengthen your digital footprint and position your brand to be recommended by ChatGPT and similar platforms. So be ready to participate. We want you to get your questions ready and things like that. And we've got our resident AI expert who's going to be on here, who's going to be helping lead some of this. And her name is Julie. Now, Julie just let us know before we got on here that she's having some earthquakes where she was at. You want to talk about dedication. Real estate agents will find any reason in the world to take time off. Julie's got 7.6 Richter scale earthquake that just happened the other day. And she's here, and they got a bunch of aftershocks going on right now. But she's going to be here teaching us today how to get you and your business ranked on AI searches. And with that, you can put your questions in the chat and things like that. Or you can raise your hand and we can ask them, and Julie will answer them, and Rob and I and Kim will be chiming in also. So with that, Julie, take it away.
Hi guys. Good morning. No, good noon. It's 12 o'clock in the morning here in the Philippines. Thank you, Jim. Okay, so I'm Julie. I'm assistant to Kim and Rob. So Rob and I put together this very short slides for you guys and how to get you and your business rank in AI searches. So, as you all know, nowadays with AI tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, and others, they are becoming so popular that people are no longer just going to Google or Bing to search, right? They're asking questions directly to this AI assistants. So that's why it's more important, I think, than ever to optimize your online presence and make sure your business is showing up and ranking well within these AI platforms, because the way people search, I think, has changed nowadays, and your visibility needs to evolve with it. So Rob asked me to do a little research on how real estate agents can actually rank within AI platforms, and to find some practical tips and tricks on how we can optimize our online presence. So I did some digging, and here's what I found. So it's really not rocket science, I think. In fact, many of you, I think, have probably been doing a lot of these things already and are ranking, I think, ranking well on Google or other search engines. But there are tons of ways to boost your online presence. Definitely more than we can cover in just 1 hour, but I'm going to share a few simple and I think effective things you can start doing right away. So again, there are tons of ways to do this. Some are very complicated. Some needs really help from tech experts, website designers, website builders. But these simple tips can help you boost your online presence and eventually your branding and your profile will rank well within these AI platforms as well. So first of all, you have to build a clear, helpful website. So for other brokerages like EXP, they're using Bold Trail. It's a free website given to EXP active agents by EXP. So they have their website within Bold Trail. But if you are running a personal website, you have to take note that it has to be clear and it has to be consistent in all pages. So consistency means um, if you are going to add the about the agent or about me or bio section on that website, you have to make sure that you have your name in there, phone, email address, business address, affiliation, license info, service areas, specialty, whether you're working with first time home buyers, investors, commercial, luxury real estate agents. All information about you, you should put it there. So use plain language and mention the city, neighborhoods, and property types served several times on your website main pages. So this should be applied consistently throughout all aspects of your online presence. So what does it mean? It means that whatever information you're putting on your website, it has to be exactly the same information you're putting on all your social media channels. So the next slide I'll show you is about your social media presence. All right. So having a website is not enough. You have to be big on social media. So some of you, I understand you don't like social media. You don't want to even do engagements in there. You don't have time to post anything in there, but you have to, in my opinion, when I search for all of these things, social media, building your social media presence was constantly mentioned on all those tips and tricks that I've seen the whole weekend that I did this. So first of all, choose your platforms. Start with Google My Business, very very important. Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You can add TikTok and YouTube later if you're not comfortable with videos and stuff. You can add TikTok and YouTube later. It's also important because, as you all know, YouTube is Google. So whatever you put on YouTube, it's being indexed by Google, it's being recognized by Google as well. But if you're just starting, you can go with your Google My Business, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Now, on how to optimize all of these things, it's a totally different training maybe, because it's a lot of things, but you can always search for step by step process on how you can optimize your social media presence. Maybe we can have, training later on about this. But yeah, that's the first thing. So you have to create or switch to business or professional account on each platform, because later on you might want to run ads on your Facebook page or Instagram or other platforms you have. But the I think the most important thing, it has to be public. Everything has to be searched and has to be public. So optimize your profile, use your professional headshot and consistent branding. Same bio, same photos, same contact information all over your social media channels, your website, everywhere. So you can also optimize your branding by, choosing your color palette, fonts, and create a simple logo to set up your branding. It's not needed immediately, but it's important to stay consistent. So I think a lot of you guys already have your social media accounts. Some of it are not optimized. So maybe after this call, you can check your website, you can check all your social media channels and make sure that all the information are consistent everywhere. So that's what AI searches wants, that's what Google wants. So that's very, very important. All right. Now I mentioned, guys, that with EXP we're using Bold Trail. So we have a Bold Trail website with our Bold Trail CRM. So in here, if you are using Bold Trail, if you're an EXP agent or other brokerage using Bold Trail, you can easily optimize your profile in Bold Trail. So when you log in, all you need to do is just click on your photo on the upper left-hand side. You have my profile. When you click on that, you will have this page where you can edit your profile. So it's important that you link all your social media channels in here. And again, for consistency, make sure your name, phone number, email address, and other information are consistent in all areas. Okay, so this is for people using Bold Trail. If you have your own website, if you're running your own website, you can ask help from your website designer or whoever did your website to help you optimize your profile section on that website. Okay, so that's one. And then you have an About Me page on Bold Trail where you can edit. Also, I'm sure the same with the personal website. You can create a page for About Me where you can write an authentic, audience focused About Me page that clearly explains who you are, what you do, what makes you unique, and ends with a clear call to action. I know we need to optimize your About Me section, Kim. I just put it here for example. But from here, if you're using Bold Trail from Edit Profile, if you'll scroll down, you will find your About Me page. You can actually use ChatGPT to create a very authentic, audience focused About Me page. You just have to like feed your chat GPT with all the information about you, and it can create like a 500 word, 700 word about me page about you and your brand. So pro tip, include a short keyword rich signature at the end of your about me page. For example, you can put after your bio, you can put Jane Smith, real estate agent, GA and TN, commercial agent, luxury and residential agent. So whatever is your affiliation, whatever is your title, you can put it there. Again, it's for consistency. So the purpose of all this training that we're having right now is for you to um, make everything consistent with your online footprint everywhere, like everywhere. Always put your name, your designation, your phone number, your email address. If you can do it in 85 to 90% of all your website pages and all the areas of your website, do that, because that's how they want it. That's how you will rank in Google, and not just in Google, but also in AI platforms. Okay. And then lastly, build a signature. Set up an email signature. So the pro tip, by the way, in Bold Trail, if you scroll more, there's a space there, or a place for signature. So the tip there, in addition to adding your photo and logo, you have to type out your full name, title, business name, and website URL as text, not just an image. I I saw a lot of agents um, having, email signature, but it's only an image with their information on it that they add to their Gmail account or Google account or whatever email they're using. So it's not good. You have to, aside from the photo, you have to add the text to your signature. Why? Because search engines, AI, and email clients can read typed text but not images. It's for to improve your visibility. So it's not just your readers or people can click on your links or your website, but also search engines, they will be able to index that or read that typed text instead of just having the image there. So as you can see an example here, Kim did that on her signature. This is from Bold Trail, and I think Kim's Gmail signature is also the same. So again, type it out, not, you know, just put an image there and um, with all your information. Type it out on your email signature. Okay, so that's also one tip that you can do. I'll continue, guys, if you have no questions. Um, Again, with Bold Trail, you can connect your the reviews to testimonials. Testimonials are very, very important for search engines as well. Aside from your Google My Business reviews, if you have a website, link all your reviews everywhere, not just Google My Business. Maybe you are using other platforms for reviews. Try to connect or copy those testimonials to your website. So if you are using Bold Trail, there's a feature here that you can directly connect your Zillow reviews to testimonials in Bold Trail. It will appear on your Bold Trail website. So all you need to do is log into your Bold Trail, go to Web and IDX, then site content, then testimonials, and then here there's a button to connect. Once you click that, it will ask you for your Zillow email address, and then it will automatically connect your Zillow reviews to your Bold Trail. So every time you receive a review from Zillow, it will automatically appear here in your Bold Trail website. But if you have other testimonials, you can add it manually to Bold Trail. So you have to put there, especially those testimonials that mentions your name, mentions the area that you are servicing. Like for example, help us buy in Marietta, close in 30 days. Those keywords are very, very helpful. So you can add manually all your testimonials from these platforms that you have. So I'm also I haven't um I haven't searched for that. I haven't asked Bold Trail yet, but I think there's also a way for them to automatically add testimonials from Google My Business. I haven't searched for that, but I think it's possible as well through integration, maybe Zapier. I'm not sure how they do it, but I think it's possible. But right now, all I can see here is the Zillow reviews and the manual add of testimonials to Bold Trail. Now, if you have a personal website, then it's usually if there's drag and drop, there's already a place for testimonials where you can add manually as well, but there are tons of ways to integrate testimonials from different platforms to your personal website. You can ask your website designer to help you with that. Okay, so now let's move on to service areas and SEO. So with all of the things that I'm explaining here, guys, it all boils down to SEO. So a lot of them say that SEO is so yesterday already. It's the AI now that it's dominating, but I still believe that websites and any platforms, it has to be SEO optimized. Otherwise, you will not be ranking in anything. So Google is still dominating, although we already have all these AI platforms that we have right now. I think it's still very important that your website is SEO optimized, right? So SEO optimization is totally difficult if you think about it. But if you using a Bold Trail website for EXP agents who are here right now, there is a way for you to optimize your Bold Trail website. So when you go to your Bold Trail account, you can go to Web and IDX. Then you can go to Site Content here. And then just below the testimonials is the service areas and SEO. Now, it's you know the cities and neighborhoods that you're servicing, right? If you want to focus on hyper local marketing, you can always add a city or neighborhood in here. So this is Kim's account. So we've added here all the areas that she's servicing, specifically Georgia areas and cities. So you can always search for the city in here and then just enter, or there's an add button that will appear and then add it. So it will be added here below. And then you have a place here for keywords. So I put here an example keywords that you can add in here. Just change the city name. For example, it's Alpharetta, Georgia real estate. Then you can put a comma and then add again another set of keywords and comma and another set of keywords. These are just examples of keywords that you can use depending on which city you are targeting or servicing, but you can always go to ChatGPT and ask for low competition keywords you can put here related to the city that you are adding, like Alpharetta. So you can always go to ChatGPT, give me low competition keywords for to optimize to SEO optimize my website. So you can always add all the keywords in here. It will help Google to crawl your website and um, recognize that these keywords are can be found on your website, and it somehow helps the search engines to know more about you and your business. I cannot explain it very clearly, but that's how it works. So it helps them recognize you, your branding, your business, who are you, what exactly you are doing, or exactly you are offering. Okay, so this page text, this is not um, this is not really required, but I highly recommend that you go to ChatGPT or Perplexity and then ask for a short description of Alpharetta or whatever city you are adding here. So this is, for example, we put here Alpharetta is a thriving suburban city located in North Fulton County. So those 3 to 5 sentences, maybe you can use ChatGPT to give you this description, and you can copy and paste it here before you save it. These keywords, I mean, these words can also help you and help your website to be more SEO optimized. So it's giving more information on what you are trying to tell the search engine about your website and about your brand. So you can add, I think there's no limit on how many cities you want to add here, but this is how you can optimize it. This is how you can help your website's SEO. So this is in bold trail. So personal websites, I think again you can ask your website developer about how to optimize your personal website. I think it's the same concept, but the different process in different platforms. Maybe you're using Wix, maybe you're using um, WordPress, or whatever platform you're using for your website. But for bold trail people, this is how you can do it. I think even if you're not techie, you can do this. You can do this. And guys, we're helping um, people from our Grow Global team. If you need help with your bold trail, you can always ask Rob. You can ask me or Kim, and we
Yeah,
can see what we
Julie,
can help
Julie is
you.
all the time getting questions from agents. Hey, can you help me with this or can you help me with that in the technology? Because most agents aren't very tech savvy, so she jumps in there and helps them does all this stuff.
Hey, speaking
Yep.
about me, so don't worry about it. I'm not gonna. So you don't have to be technical. You just know somebody who does.
Yeah. All right. Okay, now local content, FAQs, and blog posts. Also very, very important, guys, for your website or your branding to be able to be, I mean, to be found by AI searches or even Google. So you can actually write blog posts, very short blog posts, like 500 words blog post about real estate. So here are some tips that you can do. Write answers to common client questions, a simple blog post or FAQ page. So, for example, how do I buy a home in Cobb County? So, again, use your Chat GPT Perplexity to create blog posts for you. You can actually ask Chat GPT to create or write a blog post for you, and then you can add there something like make it SEO optimized, make it, if you constantly feed your chat gpt account with all the information about you, it will somehow save all those information, and the system, I think, will try to create a branding for you, or your persona, or it will get to know you more and your business and what you are doing, or what you are offering. Um, and then it will be easy for the system, the AI, to create all of these things for you because they know already your tone, they know your style, they know your branding, they know how how you set up everything, your even your tone, even your personality. I think eventually the AI will be able to recognize you as you, and then everything that you ask it to do, it will it will eventually do it like how you want it to sound, or how you want to present yourself. So
So Julie, how many blog posts does somebody? I've heard blog posts are really big and topic specific posts, right? About how do you
mhm.
do this or how do you do that in real estate? How many should they do a week to be relevant?
Yeah, if you're new, if you don't have any content on your website right now, I highly suggest that you do one every week. That's the
A blog
minimum.
post?
Yes, a blog post a week. You have to feed your website with content. I think that's the minimum, once a week for blog post. And then you can always have the URL of this blog post that you can use to post on your social media accounts. That if
Hey,
people
Julie.
will, yes,
Sorry.
yes,
John
Kim.
Thomas is saying that, back to the page text, he said that it looks like you use the HTML on there. Can you tell us more? Can you tell the audience a little bit more about the page, text right there, where it looks like, hey, John, you can open up the mic and talk, buddy, and so that way people can hear you as well.
Okay, well, actually, I opened up your page to see what that looked like, and it's basically text, and they formatted some of the text with some headings and so forth. So it's easy enough to understand once you open up your page and look at it. But it just gives it more visual formatting, and I was just
Hmm.
curious, what it why and what it looked like. But it's once you look
Yeah,
in there, it's obvious.
yeah. You mean this page text?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, they I think it's Kim, is it who's doing our bold trail training, Kim? I forgot his name.
Have Anthony Robinson.
Anthony, yeah, I
Ex-
think it's Anthony
Yeah.
Robinson who put
Does
the HTML.
you know we have this guy training us. We also had another, we brought him on our training, and he's the one that give me the script to do exactly that on my website, and he does this training like every week, you know what I mean? So if you want to know more on side of it, or you can actually click on that and copy mine and go in there just changing it out to make it yours. That's all. It
Yeah.
just copy and paste. I've learned that really, really fast, and I'm like, man, I can copy and paste, and you can go to
Hey
my.
Julie,
Mm.
going back to the blog post, how do you find out topics for blog posts that would be relevant that people are looking for or searching for right now?
Um, you can ask Chat GPT, for example. It's just me. I'll go to Chat GPT. I'll tell Chat GPT that, hey, I'm a real estate agent servicing Cobb County, Marietta, Atlanta, all of these places. I want to write five blog posts for my website that are relevant to the areas that I'm servicing. And this is my branding, this is my affiliation, this is my expertise. It will give you whatever you want, Rob, to be honest. It
Good.
will give you five blog posts. You can even ask Chat GPT what are the five things questions, or what are the five questions that most real estate agents are asking or wanted to know right now, or clients or sellers and buyers are looking at right now. And you can create tons of contents from that, not just blog posts, but you can ask Chat GPT to create, you know social media contents for you
And
around
and
that
and and
topics.
and OpenAI and ChatGPT and all that are searching for these things, right?
Yes, yes. And there are also other AIs that you can use. I think there's one that's it's answerthepublic.com. I'm not really sure. I have to look. But I once tried it, guys, and you can actually put the keywords in there and it will give you all the topics, all the questions that people are currently asking the internet. So if I'll put there Cobb County, it will give me all the questions that people are asking the internet about Cobb County. So it can be what are the areas in Cobb County that is now affordable? What are the whatever you want,
Okay.
whatever
Good.
whatever you want to know about Cobb County. I think it's an answerthepublic.com. Mel, can you check that for me, please? If it's
You can also go to RPR to get all the market updates, school reports, everything. I grab everything that I needed in RPR. Mel and I do, the team and I do on RPR and everything. So go to RPR.
Actually,
yep.
Answer the Public is part of Neil Patel's platform now, and it's no longer free.
Oh
So
wow,
you know.
you have to pay for that. Oh, before it's free. It's really free. Yeah.
But there's
Well,
a ton of new things out there that you can go to and find as well.
mm,
There's new apps out there all day, all the time.
yep, that's true. We can compile some of it and maybe we can add it to the description for the recording of this video, Rob. Mel and I will work on it. Okay, so tip on doing blog posts, keep answer short, honest, and reader friendly. So don't create like a 2,000 words article about one question. So you can go with 500 to 700. I think 700 is quite long, but I think ideally 500 is good enough. And pro tip as well, repeat key signal phrases. So your signal phrases can be the mention of the service cities, neighborhoods, your own name, again, business name, and specialties naturally in your site content. So it's, for example, Cobb County, serving Cobb County for 12 years. It's a constant mentioning of who you are, what you do, what are your expertise, what are the cities and neighborhoods you're servicing. So
So in
it's a
each blog
constant
post, you
mention.
need to pump yourself up throughout
Yes,
the each one.
yes. You can even ask ChatGPT to do that for you. you know, you have 5 titles. Okay, create a 500-word article or blog about this topic and mention my number one, number two, number three, number four.
Mhm.
So it will create everything in a few seconds for you, and you just have to copy and paste it. Maybe ask ChatGPT to give me an idea of what kind of image I'll include on that blog. And there are tons of free images in Canva, which, by the way, Canva Enterprise is free for EXP agents. So if you're an EXP agent, go to Canva. It's free for you. Everything there is free. If you have, if you don't have a Canva Pro, you don't have access to all of this. But if you are an EXP agent, you have a Canva Enterprise, and you can get everything you want in there. So use that. There are tons of images there. And by the way, Canva is also with AI right now. You can ask Canva to create whatever image you want it to create, and it will give you that. So that's also one thing that can help you with your blog post or any content you're creating, not just for your website, but also for your social media accounts. All right. Okay, now this is how you can add blog posts to your Bold Trail website. All you need to do is just go to webidx blog and then add post. It will another window will pop up, and all you need to do is just put the title, um, put your blog post, and probably include an image there. So it's as easy as that. And then you will have everything on your Bold Trail website. Okay. Now, make sure, this is, I think, the most important of all, make sure search bots can read your site. So what does it mean? Sometimes you have a website, but it's not indexed by Google. Okay, so we're talking about AI platforms. Why are we constantly mentioning Google and Bing? Because AI platforms, they are not really crawling your website and get all the information from there. They are still relying on whatever Google, Bing, and other search engines are crawling all over the internet. That's why if you want to rank in Google, it's the same process on how you want to rank with AI platforms. So they are still depending on whatever they can find all over the internet, just exactly like Google. So Google, you have to make sure that you are all your pages, your website is being indexed by Google. So how can you make sure you are being indexed or your website is actually searchable in Google? So all you need to do is just go to google.com and then type site colon your website.com or whatever is your website. For example, www.kimhacampbell.com. Kim, I tried this and it's searchable, so don't worry. If results appear, then your site is indexed. No results means it is not indexed or there may be indexing issues. So for detailed in real-time indexing status, I just put it here because some of you guys may want to do it yourself. But if you're not sure, you can actually, again, ask help for tech people or your website developer to make sure that all your website pages are being indexed by Google. All right, now I have to note that Bold Trail website is public and optimized by default because they are under exprealty.com. So whatever subdomain exprealty.com is creating, it's already optimized by default. It means it's already being indexed by Google, so you don't have to worry about it. But again, for people who has personal website, their own domain, just make sure that it's searchable. Otherwise, even you optimize your social media, optimize your SEO and all that, you will not be searched by anyone in Google or other search engines. So this is very important. Maybe after this call, try to do this. Type site www.yourwebsite.com or .co, whatever your website is, and make sure it's searchable. Okay. And then, of course, you can check yourself in AI tools. So test by asking ChatGPT or other assistants about real estate in your area. Who are the top agents in Atlanta, for example, or you can be hyper local and focus on very specific areas. So I think I highly suggest that you do this and see what shows up. If it shows up, other people's name, the chat GPT, I think, will also give you their website. So open it, see what they have there, see their pages, what are they doing? Are they actually consistent with their pages? What are the things that they put in there? And adjust your website and content as needed so AI can easily reference your business as well. So, um, I think this is a good suggestion. I think if you are using uh, your personal website, you have that creative freedom to do what you want in there. So try to do this. Try to ask ChatGPT about real estate in your area. If you don't see your name in there, it's probably your website is still new. Because to be honest, it will take months for Google to be able to recognize your website, especially if it's not um, optimized well with SEO and you are not consistent all over your online presence or footprint. All right. And then how AI tools reference your website. So I think this is the last slide for this topic. So again, AI tools like ChatGPT and Perplexity do not crawl or index websites directly. They rely on content already visible in search engines and major web sources. So for your site to appear in their answers, it must be publicly accessible, website indexed by Google and Bing, include clear, well-structured and content describing your services, expertise, and key details. And the last one is be referenced or linked by reputable websites such as news outlet, business directories, industry blogs, which enhances your digital footprint and authority. So the more visible and accessible your content is to search engines, the more likely it will be cited by AI platforms. So this third one, I talked to Rob about this morning. So I think it boils down to being present, being active, post, you know, a lot of
Is this
things
the one about
you
having
can
the
do.
backlinks from other sites? Is that the one we talked
Yes,
about? Yeah.
yes,
And I've heard about this a lot, the backlinks, but there's ways to get them where that's dirty that don't really work, and there's ways to get them this organic. And from what I understand, let's say Jim has a podcast and he invites me on his podcast, and Jim and I are talking on his podcast, and then he puts my information on the podcast about us, backlinks to my site because I was on his podcast. That's the kind of backlinks they're looking for from other people in the industry that have a presence linking to your site, and of course you linking to their site. They're looking for those type of outside organic links.
exactly. Yeah. So don't say no to those, interviews, those invitation to be on a webinar, especially if they're posting podcasts, YouTube videos. Again, remember YouTube is Google. So if your name appeared on the description, it most likely relates to all your Google presence everywhere as well. So I also found out that even your photo right now, search engines and even AI platforms will be able to recognize your face, and they will be able to know that this Rob Campbell, who was in a YouTube video 3 days ago, is the same Rob Campbell in LinkedIn, Rob Campbell in this Facebook page. So it's like um, consistently putting all your information everywhere, all over the internet. So it
So
also
you're
helps you.
saying one photo is better than having different types or different poses. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes. I found a suggestion that you have to use the same headshot or professional photo in all your social media platforms and even your website. So it's also belongs to that suggestion of consistency, not just your name, phone number, email address. Also, your photo can be a major factor as well for search engines to recognize you.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right. We have 10 minutes, Rob. I don't know if we can go over this, but this is just a bonus tip, guys. There's what we call Chat GPT voice, and then we have Gemini voice as well. So all you need to do is download the official Chat GPT app on your phone, and then you can also download the Gemini. The only difference, by the way, guys, this is very helpful because you can ask for tips, market data, or help with client questions hands-free while driving or on a walk. Meaning,
Yeah,
all of you
what this
guys,
can
yeah.
do, it's like having a conversation with ChatGPT. You can be in the
Mhm.
car, you can put conversation on, and then you can just start talking, and they'll answer you. You talk again, they'll answer you. You can just have a conversation with ChatGPT, and it'll continue on, and you can do that hands-free in the car. Find out all kinds of information and data that you need to have them do searches while you're driving.
Yep. We will share this slide to the description of the recording, or even on the captions mail, we can put this. And I have here instruction on how you can use your Chat GPT voice. It's everybody knows how to use Chat GPT right now, but sometimes you cannot just type or read, while you're driving or while you're walking. So you can actually use Chat GPT voice by doing this.
Put up the instructions on the tech section in whygrowglobal.com. That way
All
everybody
right.
can have access to it.
Yep. And then, of course, we have Gemini voice. The only difference between them is with Gemini voice, you can actually show Gemini your surrounding and talk to it at the same time by tapping the camera icon here. So what it will do, you can show Gemini your surrounding, and you can ask Gemini questions about whatever question you have. For example, if you're an agent and you went to a street and a house, you can even ask questions about that house to Gemini, and it will give you all the answers that you
So,
need. Yeah.
someone was using that where they showed Gemini the inside of a room and said, "Hey, what upgrades can be done to this room? What repairs need to be done? Get an estimate on the repairs." It's pretty elaborate on what they can do with it.
Yep. And then you can share your phone screen to Gemini as well and continue talking, asking questions by tapping the share screen icon in here. So if you have something on your phone that you want to show Gemini and ask Gemini about, certain question about what you're seeing, Gemini will be able to respond back with human-like voice and not just, text. So I also put here, guys, the summary of the feature of Gemini Voice and ChatGPT and what they have and what they don't have. I highly suggest that you use this, guys. Play around it, explore it. It's super cool. I think it will be very helpful, especially if you're doing open house or walk through or whatever you need in terms of real estate or your business. It's quite fast as well. So yeah, so this is all that I can offer for you today,
I
guys.
have a question. What do you think is going to be the most used AI platform by clients? Because right, we can go out and you can optimize all these things and everything like that, but which one's going to be the most used one? It seems like when people are just talking, it sounds like Chat GPT is the one that most consumers are starting to get their feet wet with. But which one's going to win in the end? Right? You've got Perplexity, you got Chat GPT, you have Gemini. Wait, there's a couple others out there, right? I saw a really good suggestion by somebody up top that I'm going to check out. John Thomas said to try Chat LLM. You pay per month, and it gives you access to every model. But which one are the clients going to use, right? Because I hear that Bing is the large language model for Chat GPT, but Gemini, the large language model, is Google.
Google.
Grok, which is Elon Musk's large language model. They're using it from X. Who's going to be the one standing tall when everybody gets to the end? That's my question, because that's who I want to go with. Where's the clients?
Right.
That's the one I want to be on. Any ideas? Anybody?
I mean, it seems like Google has such a big footprint right now. It's kind of hard to get past Google, you know?
And then ChatGPT is Microsoft, which you have half the people use a PC as
Right?
Windows, right? So you have that. Um, it's a very interesting question. I mean, are you going to have to be on all of them? Is it going to be like with social media where you got to be on Facebook, Instagram? Are you going to have to be on all of them as an agent?
That's right.
You probably are, because when most of these AI things, it really boils down to what is the easiest to use, and then it boils down to, okay, well, it's kind of the difference between Apple, like an iPhone versus Samsung phone. What platform do you prefer, an Android or an Apple? And that's from what I can tell.
Yep.
If I can comment, I think if you optimize for AI, no matter what platform you're using to search artificial intelligence, you're going to have a good shot at showing up in all of them. You don't have to use any particular one, to get, found. And just to comment on the link I put in there, this Chat LLM by Abacus, they pull from, you can access 30 different chat models and 15 different image models, all for one price. So it's, I just found out about it recently and just said, wow, this is better, because I was paying for ChatGPT already. So I thought, this could be a winner here.
Great suggestion on that. And before we wrap up here, what's the best, if anybody's taking any courses, what's the best value priced AI training session that you've taken? Maybe not even just real estate specific, but classes that you've taken. If you got them and you want to put them in the chat so people can copy it, and if anybody wants to speak out and just say what they've been on recently that's helping people get into the game, go ahead.
Hi, I was just on last week. It was a 3-day AI for Business Summit that was extensive and incredible. And I did join their platform. It's only $97 a month, and it does include a plethora of apps, including Perplexity and ChatGPT and a whole bunch of other stuff. So by the time you're done paying for all these separate apps, you get it all included in their whole platform. And then they have all this training. I'm on my welcome call today, so I'm just kind of getting new started with it. But it was incredible, really incredible. So that's AI.
How long was the training, Laura? How long was the training on that?
It was 3 days, 4 hours a day. However, you could either pay the $27 up front and get the recordings, or if you join for the $97, they give you back your $27, and then the recordings are there. So I couldn't be on the third day, so I'm going to go back and watch that. So you don't have to sit there for 12 hours, 4 hours a day for 3 days in a row. But wow, it was mind blowing.
It was called AI for Business.
Yes. Let me see
those
if I can
guys
get
run
anybody
those
else?
summits like maybe every quarter or so. So
Yes.
even if you miss
Yeah.
this one,
Yeah,
get on
they
the
do
mailing
it
list.
consistently because I was on it too. It was great.
Were
I
you
know
on it
Phil,
on this
Phil
last one?
Stringer does a really good one, I guess, for real estate. I haven't jumped in his class yet, but I think he does one's real estate specific. Phil Stringer, he's on socials. You can find him. Somebody posted, looks like Mike Sherrard, John Thomas posted, Mike Sherrard in the chat, released a video today, how you can be found on AI. So he's doing some stuff on YouTube, looks like it's for free. You can jump
Good.
on his. Who else got any other recommendations? Then we're going to wrap up here. It's going on 1 o'clock. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Look, we do Mondays.
Oh.
Mondays at noon Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for coming
Hey,
in. Go ahead, Rob Campbell.
Jim. Hey, Jim, next week we will not have a Monday Mastermind because most of us are going to be in South Beach, Florida for the EXP conference.
Great. I got my thong dusted off. I'm ready to be there. I'm going to look great in that thing. I've shaved my back and everything for you. So it'll be great. That's right. So
Yeah.
we won't be here next Monday. We'll be in South Beach, Miami. If you're going down there with us, can't wait to see you guys and hang out. But it'll be the following one. So we're talking the 27th, and we'll post again on our website what the topic's going to be. But it'll be a great one. Like today was great. The recording will get put on YouTube. So if you're like, wow, I heard something, but I can't remember what it was, it'll be on there. You can also download the chat. Don't forget, you go right over right now, click the 3 dots. It'll say more, and there's the save chat, and it'll save the chat to your, with all the websites and everything like that, to your computer. So I want to thank everybody for jumping on. Julie, great job. Everybody, a round of applause for Julie. She's in the middle of a bunch of earthquakes where she's at right now, and it's the middle of the night at 1 a.m. and she survived like 7 on the Richter scale type stuff and aftershocks in the 4s and 5s, and she's still here. She did it from underneath a very sturdy table. She did the webinar from today.
That's right.
In case anything lands on her head. But thank you everybody for jumping on. We will talk to you soon. We'll see you all in 2 weeks. Some of you will see in Miami in a week. So have a great one. Everybody have a great one.
Bye, guys.